Wesley Jordan. He's a senior forward, 6'7", 195 out of Indianapolis's Lawrence Central High School. Dominicans coached by Casey Kaufman in his first year, assisted by Colton Everett. And the Dragons coached by Tom Church, assisted by Desmond Ballatine, Trey Shabazz, Brett Lewis, John Tenerovich, and Zach Carrillo. Panthers will start with the basketball in their all-black uniforms. The white Panthers across the chest, the white border numerals on the belly and the back of the jersey, and the black shorts. The Dragons in their home whites. The block Dragons in gold with the green trim on the chest. Numerals on the belly and the back of the jersey the same, and the first shot of the game is missed, and Tiffin will get the rebound. Here's Carius Key. Key gives it to Morgan Taylor. He'll get the Dragons into their offense. Gets a screen from Swaby. Now the Rivers down low to Wesley. Wesley gets it knocked out of his hands, and Carius will pick it up, 10 to shoot. Carius drives, left-hand leaner, no. And out of play, it'll belong to Ohio Dominican, the Panthers. Handling the basketball, Luke Ruth, the freshman guard from Grove City. Swaby has him way up top. We're a minute in, and Roth just dribbles it off of his leg and hands it right to Brandon Swaby. Well, we'll take that. He just dribbled it right off his own thigh. The ball just went right to Brandon's hands. Wesley in the lane. He'll fire from 12 feet, and he'll fill it. First bucket of the game belongs to Wesley Jordan and Tiffin University, and it's 2-0, a minute and a half in. That's Ruth. Near side, that's number 25, Kimball. Back to Ruth, trying to work on Swaby. And they'll say Swaby got his chest out into him, and that'll be a foul on Brandon. First foul of the game, first foul on Brandon. Panthers will inbound. It'll be Ruth to take care of it. He does so inside to Kimball. Kimball then hands it over to McKittrick. Down low. Double team. Shot up. No. Rebound Josh Rivers. Shot was taken by Weatherspoon. Rivers front court with the dribble. Down low now to Wesley. Splits the double team. Leaves it on the far side to Taylor. Morgan drives. Picks up his dribble. 10-footer is good. Morgan Taylor. Ruth will get a screen up top from Webb. He'll come near side McKittrick. Now up top Kimball. Far side Webb. Now Weatherspoon. Near side here McKittrick. He'll get to the foul line. He'll stop. He'll pull up from 14 and miss it. Carius Key with the rebound. Carius front court. Quickly down low to West. And he gets jumped over top of and landed on his head by Weatherspoon. That's a foul. Getting ready to come in is Caleb Brooks. The freshman, 6'9", 220 out of Florence, Kentucky. Wesley Jordan will go to the foul line, where he's shooting him at 90% on the season. Doesn't get the roll. Coming into the game, Wesley's averaging 14.7 points per game. That's tied with Morgan Taylor to lead the squad. And Jordan gets a second one, 1-2 at the stripe that time. Ruth will bring it in the front court, picked up by Swaby. Still with the dribble, goes up top to Brooks. Brooks will turn, hand it to Weatherspoon. He wants to work against West. West will force him out to the three-point line. Now Brooks has it. 10 to shoot. He'll work his way into the lane. There's going to be a foul on Joshua Rivers. And Caleb Brooks is going to go to the foul line. Here's Caleb Brooks on the conference season so far. He's a 40% free throw shooter. First one is good. averaging double digits. One of 4 players for the Panthers averaging double digits at 10 a game. And gets a second. 5-2, Tiffin leads it. Taylor into the front court. Picks up the bounce. Now Rivers, now Swaby. 3 from the corner. Doesn't get the roll, and a rebound will be grabbed by the Panthers. And here they come. It's McClintock with it. McKittrick, excuse me. He gives it to Kimball. Now far side, Ruth. Back to McKittrick. Thought about the 3. West closed out on him. Comes near side now. That's Kimball. He gets it off his hands and out of play. And it's a turnover to Tiffin. Here's Parker Schwartz. He's a freshman forward, 6'7", 190 out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Transfer from Northview. And for Tiffin, Ian Lopez into the game. Ian, the senior guard, 6'4", 200 out of Orlando. 5-2 Tiffin, 3.5 minutes in. Taylor. He'll go to Rivers, posting up on the wing. Josh goes baseline, takes it to the basket, gets a shot blocked, but Ian Lopez is there to clean it up and put it in. Tiffin a 7-2 lead. Luke Ruth with the basketball. Picked up there by Ian Lopez. He'll bounce up top to Brooks. Back to Ruth. Ruth goes to McKittrick up top. He gets fouled by Josh Rivers. That'll be his second early on here. And that foul comes at the 15:46 mark, and it'll take us to our first media timeout. Dragons lead it 7-2. We'll step aside and come right back. It's your home of Tiffin back. Set to play here in the first half, and Tiffin leads it 7-2 over Ohio Dominican. Dragons 3 of 6 from the floor. The Panthers yet to make a field goal. 0 of 3. They're only 2 points coming to in front of the foul line. 4-2 rebound advantage for the Dragons. 2 turnovers already for the Panthers. On the floor for Tiffin is Morgan Taylor, Ian Lopez, Carius Key, Wesley Jordan. And making his first appearance, number 22, Raven Brown, the senior forward, 6'5", 205 out of Colorado Springs. 5 to shoot for the Panthers. Weatherspoon to the bucket. Couldn't finish. Rebound, Carius Key. West wanted to go up and challenge that, but he knew he was in a situation he might get a foul, so he played that one smart, and it was well done. Taylor, baseline. He'll bounce. He'll fade. He'll leave it short. And rebound goes off the hands of Raven Brown, and it's possession to the Panthers. Luke Ruth is the point guard. He'll go far side to Parker Schwartz. Schwartz up top, that's Weatherspoon. He'll take one bounce, give it back to Ruth. He'll drive, he'll get to the foul line, go round the back, loses the dribble, picks it up. Kicks it up top to McKittrick. 8 to shoot. McKittrick drives. Crazy shot. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Carius Key. Outlet. Ian Lopez. Bucket for Tiffin. Good start for Tiffin. First 5 minutes, a 9-2 advantage. Ruth. Bounce pass to Schwartz. He'll come inside McKittrick. McKittrick goes far side. Weatherspoon. He'll put it on the deck again, Morgan Taylor. He'll drive in, he'll shoot, tough shot. Boy, Dragons playing some good defense here in the early going. Casey Kaufman, the coach for Ohio Dominican, thinks he got a foul call there. Raven Brown, 3 on the baseline, that's long. And rebound goes to Caleb Brooks. Now Ruth in the front court. Guarded by Lopez. He'll give it up top to Brooks, near side Weatherspoon. Back up top to Ruth. Now back Schwartz. He'll fire a deep 3, and that's the first bucket from the floor made by the Panthers. 9-5 Dragons. Taylor hands it over to Lopez, now near side, Carius Key. He will go down the lane. Lean, shot, good, and the foul. If he was outside the restricted area, that might have been a charge, but he was inside that circle. And that's how count the bucket. Foul is on Sean McKittrick. And Carius Key will go to the foul line. Carius shoots him at 65% from the foul line. A couple substitutions in for Tiffin. Number 3 is KJ Pruitt, sophomore guard, 6'4", 200 out of Louisville, Texas. And also coming in, number 23, John Muhammad, the junior guard, 6'4", 205 out of Dallas, Texas. 12-5 Tiffin. That's Brooks with it, far side. He just hit a 3 last time. Weatherspoon. He'll give it to Ruth. Ruth will work baseline against Ian. Gets under the bucket, needs some help, finds it. Shot up, no, and rebound to Tiffin. Kimball did a good job cutting to the basket. Was able to find him and just couldn't finish. Raven Brown goes far side to Carius Key. Now back door to Raven. Caught it under the bucket. As it take it up, shot blocked by Swartz. Ruth now front court. He'll leave it up top for Brooks, and it goes through his hand, and now to play. Ball belongs to Tiffin. That's KJ Pruitt with the basketball. He'll take it to the far side, give it to Carius Key. He's got the whole side to himself. He'll spin. He'll get inside, lay it up to the left hand and put it in. You don't want to be defending that guy if he's got the whole side to work with you. If he can't get around, you're just going to muscle you down to the block and then jump over you and score it. Ruth. Shot is good and a foul on Ian Lopez. Morgan Taylor back in the game for the Dragons. And that foul line will be Luke Ruth, where he's yet to miss a free throw in conference play. Just checking in, Kyan Durden, the senior, 6'1", 170, out of St. Francis de Sales High School in Columbus, and he finishes the three-point play, does Ruth, and the Dragon lead is 6. 12:05 to play in the first. Taylor, Pruitt, and Lopez doing a little weave out top. Ian with it. He'll fire the 3, top of the circle. No. Rebound chased down by the Dragons, number 23, John Muhammad. Now Morgan Taylor through the lane, up on the glass is good. Taylor scored it. Credit Muhammad the hustle and the defensive rebound. Offensive rebound, pardon me. And there's going to be a foul called against John Muhammad, saying that he knocked down Caleb Brooks. And that'll take us to a immediate timeout. 11:38 to play first half. Tiffin's got them doubled up, 16-8. If we were to announce these guys as all starting lineup with the heights that they give to Jimmy, we say each one of them's about 6'10". But in reality, the biggest guy out there is probably about 6'3". And shot not good, but going to the foul line will be Caleb Brooks. Definite size advantage for the Panthers in this set. Brooks plays about 26 minutes per game. First free throw is good. From the floor, he shoots it at 44% in conference play. And he'll get the second free throw. 16-9, Dragons lead it. And misses that one, rebounding Ian Lopez. Taylor will bring it into the front court. He'll go all the way to the basket and dish it to KJ Pruitt's 3 off the baseline is good. KJ Pruitt. Juwan Weatherspoon's going to check back in for the Panthers at the next opportunity. And Tiffin sending Size back to the scorer's table now. Ruth with the ball. He'll pick up his bounce. Go to Swartz. Well, they're definitely trying to get it inside. The pass is stolen by K.J. Pruitt. Good job on the defensive side. Now he leaves it for Taylor. 3 on the wing. Got it, Morgan Taylor. And the Dragons, 22-9 lead. And we're not even halfway through the first half yet. That's Durden with the basketball. He'll go down low to Brooks. Brooks working on Muhammad. Spins into the double team, gives it to Durden. Now Swartz, he has 1-3. He's got 2. Timeout taken by Ohio Dominican. A 30-second timeout will stay here. Well, the Division II football semifinals are happening right now, and one of the semifinals is in the books. If you had Harding over Lenore Rhine, you did well. 55-7. Harding beat Lenore Rhine today in a semifinal, and in the first quarter right now, Colorado Mines leads Kutztown 7-0. Here it's a 22-9 Dragon advantage. 10:18 on the first half clock. After this one, Tiffin's next games will be on the road down in Florida in a holiday tournament. Discrepancy of the scoreboard. It should be 29-12 or 22-12. We got to figure it out. 22-12 is our score. On the timeout, we got Joshua Rivers, Morgan Taylor, Wesley Jordan, K.J. Pruitt, and making his first appearance today, number 10, DJ Gooden. He'll check in the game. DJ is a junior guard, 6'3", 170 out Tampa, Florida. Taylor goes to the basket, can't finish it. He got fouled. The foul is on Caleb Brooks. Well, here's Morgan. He's an 82% free throw shooter on the year. First one no good. Coming back in the game for Ohio Dominican, number 20, Nate Webb. Taylor, he's tied with Wesley Jordan as leading scorer on this club, averaging 14.7. And Morgan mows 1 of 2. And we got to reset the clock. Middleton showing some full court man pressure here. Handling the basketball for the Panthers right now is number 4, Sean McKittrick. He'll come near side Kimball. Kimball gives it back to him. Now this is Swartz. Back to McKittrick. He'll drive baseline against Gooden. Work and air ball. Rebound Josh Rivers. Pruitt front court. Leaves it for Morgan. Taylor. Runner in the lane, no. Strong rebound. Weatherspoon couldn't hang on to it. Taylor tried to save it. Ends up in the hands of Nate Webb. Here's McKittrick. Working to go on Gooden. It's up his bounce, up top for Webb, and the pass will go into the backcourt. It's Tiffin's ball. Sub coming in for the Panthers will be number 10, Luke Ruth. And taking a seat will be Parker Swartz. 9:14 to play, first half. Tiffin lead at 23-12. Taylor with it on the wing, gives it to Rivers. Rivers hit pass to K.J. Pruitt. He's hit one there. That one's short. And rebound to McKittrick of the Panthers. And a carry, he wanted to give it to Weatherspoon a wing, but Joshua Rivers had jumped the passing lane. And that caused the turnover. Here comes Brandon Swaby for Tiffin. And K.J. Pruitt will get a rest. 7 by 11 with it. Rivers way up top, gives to Gooden. Now Jordan. Now Taylor. Back lower screen for Wesley. He gets it on the baseline. Still with it. Backing down in the lane. Kicks it out. Swaby's got a clean look at a three. No. Josh Rivers with the rebound. Putback is good. Tipping by 13. Weatherspoon working against Taylor. Skip pass near side. Drive, runner, no. Rebound, Gooden of Tiffin. That was Zach Kimball who took that shot. Good gives it to Wesley. Near side, Morgan Taylor. Down low to West. He'll spin in the lane. Right hand's good. He didn't wait that time. He just got it and went. His quickness is going to be superior to most post players he played against in this league. Pass deflected by Josh Rivers out of play as they were trying to feed it down low to Zach Kimball. Media timeout. Tiffin looking good so far. 27-12, 7:51 to play here in the first half. You're watching Tiffin basketball in the home of the Dragons. The Great Midwest. Panther basketball. Dragons staying to man defense. That's Brooks. Gets it taken away by Josh Rivers. McKittrick will try to get to him, and Rivers will step past him and lay it in. 29-12. Swaby guarding Ruth. Picks up his dribble, comes near side to Webb. Webb goes back door to Brooks, pass too wide, out of play, and it's Tiffin ball. 29-12, Tiffin. Morgan Taylor grabs the inbound. He'll walk it up, turn it into a trot. Gives it to Gooden. Gooden to Swaby. Now Josh Rivers. Rivers picks up his dribble, goes to Swaby. Brandon drives, dishes to Josh. Thought about the three. Instead, he'll drive. Off the glass to the right hand is good. Joshua Rivers. Now quickly to Brooks down low. He'll catch it. He'll finish. Caleb Brooks at the bucket. Cuts the Dragon lead to 17, 31-14. Screen from Jordan up top. Taylor picks up his bounce, goes to Drew Gooden. He'll drive. He'll get bodied up on his way, and that foul happened on the floor. Foul's going to be on Luke Ruth. Carius Key coming back game for the Dragons. Parker Swartz back in for the Panthers. Drew Gooden will check out, gave the Dragons some good minutes. Taylor inbounds the West. Jordan give it to Rivers. Back down low, Morgan Taylor. He'll go under the basket and give it to Swaby. Brandon had tough with the catch, ends up with Josh Rivers. He'll just take it to the basket, missing. Get his own rebound. Put back this time, no. And rebound to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon drives, dishes to Swartz. He'll stop and pop. Doesn't get the shot or the roll, and rebound to Carius Key. Key into the lane, picks up the dribble, kicks it out. Swaby for three, no. And rebound to Caleb Brooks. That's McKittrick. Gives it to Brooks. Now near side Weatherspoon. Back to McKittrick. He'll fire a deep three. Got it. Coach Church's voice is pretty well gone. By come middle of January, these kids won't be able to hear anything he calls out for his plays or sets. Carius Key got fouled in a bailout there. And the foul is going to be on Caleb Brooks. KJ Pruitt, Ian Lopez back in the game for Tiffin. And the Dragons will inbound underneath their own bucket. It'll be Pruitt to trigger. Pruitt. I'll find somebody. Ian will let it bounce in the backcourt, and he'll go back and get it. He'll bring it right into the top of the circle. 3, no. Rebound grab by Brandon Swaby and saves it to Wesley Jordan. Back to Lopez. Now, KJ Pruitt. He'll give it to Carius. Now Swaby, now down low to West. Gets double team. Swaby cuts, catches, swings it around. Pruitt for 3. Short. And goes off the hands of Ohio Dominican. Out of play. It'll be Tiffin basketball. 4:51 to play in the half. Brutal trigger. He wanted to give it into Carius, but the pass was stolen by Ruth. He'll lead out to McKittrick. Lost it on his way, and then finds Swartz. He'll drive in the lane. He'll reverse pivot. He'll shoot. He'll miss. Weatherspoon the board. Lost it. And Brooks saves it off of West Jordan. 4:33 on the first half clock. Tiffin 31-17 lead. Panthers off 16 to shoot off the inbound. They'll get into Swartz. He'll try to work against Carius. Couldn't get anywhere. Now McKittrick. He'll fire a deep 3. Side rim, no. Rebound KJ Pruitt. Gives it to West. Now down low. That's Carius Key. Skip pass. Ian Lopez. 3 on the way. Front rim, no. Rebound McKittrick. Swartz tried to leak out. Couldn't find him. Now Weatherspoon here. He'll drive in the lane. Tough shot on Lopez. Might have blocked it. And then what's the foul? Foul is going to be on Ian Lopez. And they're saying it's a shooting foul. And that's going to put number 15, Juwan Weatherspoon, at the foul line. Where in conference play, he's shooting at 57%. First one's no good. Raven Brown and Morgan Taylor back in the game for Tiffin. Weatherspoon tied for the second leading scorer on this team at 13 a game. Good second one. 31-18. Taylor gets a screen from Brown. He's picked up by Brooks on the switch. Now KJ Pruitt on the wing, back up top. Morgan. Bounce pass down low to Carius. They'll move out to Raven Brown. He drives, loses on the way, picked up by Swaby. He'll give it to Pruitt. 10 to shoot. Taylor, clean look at a 3. Line drive 3, nowhere near it. And out of play. It'll belong to the Panthers. But that'll be after the media timeout. 3:38 to play in the first half. Tiffin 31, Ohio Dominican 18. This Dragon basketball in your home of Tiffin basketball, the Great Midwest Digital. Here in the first half. Ruth will be picked up full court by KJ Pruitt. Comes near side, goes to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon back up top to Ruth. Ruth goes far side, McKittrick. Now he'll get past the Swartz, baseline 3. This side, no. Good rebound. Wow, good rebound and put back Caleb Brooks. He went up high for that one, kept the ball high, was able to score it. That was nicely done. Here's Taylor. Screen from Brown. Still with the bounce on the far side. Now Carius. He's got McKittrick on him. Skip pass. Up top now Rivers. He'll drive and leave it down low for Taylor. Shot no. Might have been blocked by Swartz on the backside. And then a foul on Rivers going after the rebound. That's going to be a 1-and-1 for the Panthers. Wesley Jordan back in the game for Tiffin. Josh Rivers will get a break. And Parker Swartz will go to the foul line where he has yet to shoot a free throw in conference play. First free throw, that was long, and rebound to Carius Key. Feels like Tiffin hasn't scored in a little bit. Pruitt goes to Taylor, now baseline Carius Key. Try to feed Wesley inside and a lot of traffic. Ball ends up on the floor and the Panthers end up with it. Now here's Swartz, 2-on-2. He'll spin in the lane. Good defense, Morgan Taylor. He couldn't shake him and Morgan blocked it. Now Taylor leading down the other way. Runner up out the glass is good. Morgan Taylor, the first player today in double digits. Give him 10. And the Dragon lead back up to 13. Luke Ruth with the ball. He'll give it to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon finds Swartz. Swartz, little drive, leaves it for McKittrick. He's trying to work on Raven Brown. Tough shot. Nowhere near. Rebound, Carius Key. Dragons by 13 with the ball. Minute 40 to play in the first half. Brown goes down low to Wesley. They clear away from him. West spins to the baseline. Up off the glass and in, and a foul. Foul will be on number 22, I believe. It is. That's Caleb Brooks, and Wesley Jordan will try to complete a three-point play. Wesley plays the most minutes on the squad, just under 30 minutes per game. And Carius both at 29.6. And West trying to complete the three-point play to give the Dragons a 16-point advantage with $1:30 left here in the first half, and he gets it. Coach Church will take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Get you an update from the Division II football semifinals. Number 1, Colorado Mines, 14-0 lead over Kutztown in the first quarter. Kutztown knocked out Slippery Rock, and Slippery Rock's who knocked out Tiffin. Again, if you'd like more information on Tiffin University basketball, the best place to get it's at GoTiffinDragons.com. On the floor, out of the timeout for Tiffin, we have Morgan Taylor, KJ Pruitt, Carius Key, Wesley Jordan, and Raven Brown. Final minute and a half of first half. Tiffin by 16. Luke Ruth, bounce pass to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon back to Ruth. Now baseline is Parker Swartz. He'll try to work on Taylor. Turns to the middle of the floor with the left hand, can't fill it. And rebound to Wesley Jordan. 1:05 to play in the first half. Here's KJ Pruitt with the handoff from Taylor. Up top to Carius. His three from the top of the circle. Side rim, no. There's going to be a foul as they were pushing on Wesley Jordan in the back. Fouls on Zach Kimball. That'll send West back to the foul line. From the floor this year, West shoots it at 46%. First one is good. Jordan, senior forward, Lawrence Central High School, Indianapolis, Indiana. And gets them both. Dragons by 18, 38-20 with 50 seconds left to play in the first. Ruth goes to Swartz. Far side, Kimball. Pass down low, trying to get it to Ruth, knocked away. And the Panthers will have to inbound underneath their own bucket with 41.4 seconds left, 20 on the shot clock. Inbound to McKittrick. He tries to go back door to Swartz and is blocked by Morgan Taylor. About a 4.5 second difference between the shot and game clock. Coach Church telling Jordan at 10 seconds he wants him to come up and give him the screen. He'll get a screen and go away from it. Taylor, runner through the lane. Left hand scooper off the glass is good. The Dragons got doubled up 40-20, and they tried to leak out Weatherspoon, but KJ Pruitt able to hustle down the floor and knock it away. 6.8 seconds left here in the first half. Tiffin 40, Ohio Dominican 20, and the Panthers have to inbound it. McKittrick will be the trigger man. Gets it into Swartz, and get back to him. He'll fire the deep three and hit it. Well, the Panthers needed that. Try a quick run out to Raven Brown, and they couldn't get the shot off. So after 20 minutes of basketball, your score 40-23. The Dragons lead the Ohio Dominican Panthers. A good 20 minutes of basketball for Coach Tom Church's kids. We'll give you some information on Tiffin University and come back and get you ready for the Spurs. And we're underway. Dragons going left to right now. Panthers right to left. Thanks for joining us on the Great Midwest Digital Network as well as on the radio at tudragonradio.com. Carius Key, they wanted to go back door to Carius on the first play of the half, but the Panthers read it. And now Swaby will take a look at a three and rebound to the Panthers is Luke Ruth who has it, and he'll run it out quickly. Nate Webb, and then his pass is stolen by Morgan Taylor. Taylor gives it to Carius Key, who brings it back out to the wing and sets up the offense. Starts with Wesley Jordan, now goes to Joshua Rivers. Now Swaby down low to West. And West gets held by Weatherspoon on the catch. And Tiffin will inbound underneath the bucket. First foul of the half on Ohio Dominican. Taylor will trigger the inbound. Gives it to Carius right in the lane. He forces his way up between two defenders and gets fouled to go to the foul line. Foul will be on Nate Webb. His second foul of the half. Here's Carius Key, averaging 12 points per game. First one's good. He's tied with Wes Jordan for the most amount of minutes played per game at 29.6. And Carius gets them both. 42-23, Dragon lead is 19. Ruth has the basketball, working on Brandon Swaby. Now Weatherspoon. McKittrick has it. His pass a little wide there. I'll say the Dragons touched it before it went out of bounds. And even the Panthers, Zach Kimball thought that it was Tiffin basketball. He started to head to the other side. I don't think anybody touched that pass. But it's Panther ball. They'll inbound it to Webb. Now Ruth. Ruth drives baseline. Gets caught in the air and able to find Kimball. Kimball drives, stops, reverse pivot, shot, short. And rebound to Webb of the Panthers. He'll kick it out to Kimball. He'll fire again. Nope. And rebound Wesley Jordan. Taylor, front court. All the way to the bucket. Takes it up, scores it, it is fouled. Foul is going to be on Zach Kimball. I'm sorry, number 20. Yeah. No, it's going to be on number 4. Excuse me, John McKittrick. Taylor at the foul line. Morgan plays 29.3 minutes per game and let the foul shot short. Tiffin by 21, 44-23. Weatherspoon gives it to Ruth. Dragons defending way out top tonight. Now Jordan has Ruth on the switch. He'll drive the lane. Try to scoop with the right hand, and West says, get that stuff out of here. And they'll inbound off the block shot out of play. It'll be Ruth. That's Webb with it now. Webb will go to Weatherspoon. Down low, Kimball. Off the glass, and the left hand's good. Tiffin by 21 with the basketball. Swaby, Jordan. Now Carius Key drives and throws it down with the right hand and the foul. So Carius attacks the basket, gets the slam, gets an elbow to the head, and he'll get a chance at a three-point play, and the foul's on John Weatherspoon. Carius will try to complete the three-point play after the right-hand rim rocker. And leaves the free throw short. But Josh Rivers gets the board. He tried to go up with it. It gets knocked away. Goes out of play. And it'll be Panther basketball. And I got to sop up some sweat. Couple minutes in, second half. That's Kimball. Picks up his double, gives to McKittrick. Goes to the foul line, goes to Webb on the far wing. He'll sit past to this side, Weatherspoon. 15-foot jump shot. Too strong, gets his own board. Lost his footing as he worked his way in the lane, ends up in the hands of Webb. And Webb will put it off the glass and put it in. 19-point Tiffin lead. Now Rivers, there's a foul down low as Jordan was trying to get position. He was fouled in the back by Zach Kimball. Coming back in for the Panthers, number 22, Caleb Brooks. Kimball checks out. Taylor inbound for Tiffin. 17-10 to play in the ballgame. He'll get it to Wesley Jordan. Take a couple dribbles. And go back to Morgan out far side. Rivers drives, dishes. Swaby, three on the baseline. No. There's going to be a foul on Luke Ruth, holding Wesley Jordan, trying to keep him off the glass. And the fouls piling up quickly. 6 fouls on the Panthers in the second half, none on Tiffin. Off the inbound, Swabe tries to go to the basket. He's fouled by Caleb Brooks. And Brendan Swaby will go to the foul line. Swaby's a 71% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Josh Rivers checks out. Raven Brown back in for Tiffin, and Zach Kimball back in for the Panthers. And Swaby will get her free throw. He averages 7.7 points per game. Shot no good, and rebound loose, gathered by the Panthers. Tiffin by 20. 4-7-27. Just under 17 minutes to play. That's Kimball. Gives it back now to Ruth. Ruth, the leading scorer on his team. He's been bottled up pretty well today. He'll force his way in and shoot the fadeaway. Not happening. Carius Key with the rebound. And his pass is stolen. McKittrick. He'll take it into the basket. Blocked by Key. Grabbed there by Swaby. Long outlet pass to West. Jordan, right hand. Bam! Tiffin by 22, 49-27. Ruth. Far side now, McKittrick. He's got Raven Brown on him. 13 to shoot. And a foul on Raven on the floor. And now takes to the media timeout. First media timeout of the second half. Dragons 49, Ohio Dominican 27. We're back after this on your home of Tiffin basketball, the Great Midwest Digital Network. And leading scorer in the game, Morgan Taylor's got 14. Wesley Jordan's got 12. On the floor for Tiffin. There's backdoor cut to Weatherspoon, and he's pushed and fouled by Carius Key. Carius is joined on the floor by Ian Lopez. Raven Brown, John Muhammad, and Morgan Taylor. Again, the Dragons going quite small. Panthers will inbound. Ruth gets it to Webb. And he lost it, has to go back and get it. Picks up his dribble, needs some help, and he finds McKittrick. 10 to shoot. McKittrick guarded by Lopez. Tough shot through the lane, no good. Strong rebound by Raven Brown, ends up in the hands of Carius Key. Key will drive and leave it for Muhammad, and went through his hands and out of play. Panther basketball. Coming in for the Panthers, number 2, Parker Swartz. And check it out, it'll be number 20, Nate Webb. Luke Ruth with the basketball. Get a screen. Far side Weatherspoon. Ends up back with Kittrick. He'll fire a 3. No. Rebound Swartz. He'll spin to the baseline. Off the glass. Good. And a foul. Parker Swartz. Foul's going to be on Raven Brown. Swartz will go to the foul line. He averages 3 points per game in conference play. And just entering the game, number 0, Lachlan McDonald. He's a freshman, 6 foot, 165 out of Dublin Rome High School for the Panthers. Dragons get the ball across the center stripe. Now Taylor will get him into their offense. Under 15 minutes to play now. Screen from Raven Brown. Steps through, leaves it on the far side. Muhammad picks up his bounce, comes back to Morgan. Now Raven Brown, 3 on the way. Front rim, no. Rebound up high for it's Weatherspoon. He'll bring it into the front court. Near side of Ruth. He'll fire from 15 feet and hit it. That's a full court pressure coming from the Panthers. Taylor's pass is knocked away and stolen. McDonald got his hand on it. Ruth will fire a 3. Got it. That's 5 quick ones from Luke Ruth. And Coach Church don't like what he's seeing. They'll take a 30-second timeout. Joshua Rivers. Tiffin leads at 49-35, 14-11 to play here in regulation. Full court pressure stays on from the Panthers. Lopez and Pruitt in the backcourt. Pruitt now has in the front court for Tiffin. Gives it to Raven Brown, to Muhammad, now to Josh Rivers. Rivers forces his way into the lane, then loses it. Swartz ends up with it for the Panthers. He comes out and brings it into the front court, now down low to Kimball. Glass is good. That's at least 7 in a row, and it's only a 12-point game now. Felt like the Dragons had this thing all in control, and don't feel like that right now. Lopez to Brown, back to Ian, back to KJ. Now John Muhammad. Back to KJ Pruitt. Here's Rivers. Back to KJ. Lob pass Raven Brown. He'll take one bounce to the baseline, back up to KJ. Now Lopez. Now Muhammad. 2 to shoot. Runner with the left. 10, no good, but he'll go to the foul line. Fouled by Zach Kimball. 3 fouls on him, 18 fouls. Here's John Muhammad, in 50% free throw shooter on the year. Free throws good. Averages 1 point per game. Wes Jordan waiting to check in for the shooter. Free throw good. He'll check out. Wesley Jordan back in. Dragons by 14 as we approach the 13-minute mark. Ruth goes to Kimball, far side. He'll turn it over to Weatherspoon. Weatherspoon trying to work on Rivers. Has to pick up his dribble, needs some help. Finds it in McDonald on the far side. McDonald working on Ian Lopez. He'll leave it for Ruth. Ruth, fade away. No, right as the shot clock buzzer was expiring. That was an air ball. That's a violation. And Tiffin basketball. Full court pressure stays on. Whoa. Lopez to Pruitt. Back to Ian. Ian into the front court. And he's fouled by Luke Ruth. And we got a 1-1 now for Ian Lopez. Lopez, a 67% free throw shooter on the season. No, and the front end, no good. Sword in the front court for the Panthers. Runs into Weatherspoon. Turnover. Now here's Raven Brown. Her layup's good. Thought he was going to try to throw it down. Raven last game had a nice backdoor two-hand rim rock and two-hand slap the glass. He got a technical foul on that one. Pass down low, knocked away, intended for McDonald. Lopez got his hands on it. Here's Raven Brown. KJ Pruitt. Now Rivers. He'll fire the three. Short. And rebound. Grabbed by the Panthers. Zach Kimball, he gives it to Luke Ruth. 11:4 to go. And the ball goes out of play, and now take us to immediate timeout. Full court pressure staying on. Pruitt and Lopez in the backcourt. Lopez will bring it across with the dribble. Ends up in the hands of KJ Pruitt. Now we'll go to Wesley Jordan on the baseline. McDonald has him. Here comes the double team. West will skip past it to Raven Brown. Raven drives. Leaves it down low for Rivers, who finishes. I don't know how Josh saw that pass, all that traffic. Able to grab it and finish it. Tiffin back up by 18. Swartz to Weatherspoon. Guarded there by Raven Brown. Works his way into the lane, kicks it out to Kimball. Kimball will take it to 15 foot, put it up, no good. Rebound, Josh Rivers. Dragons have controlled the glass all afternoon. Lopez wants to go down low to Wesley Jordan. He does so. West will kick it back to Ian. Ian drives. He gets it knocked away. And here comes Kimball with it. Kimball leaves it for Swartz, who leaves it for McDonald. Back to Swartz, and a travel beforehand. Morgan Taylor will check back in. Raven Brown checks out for the Dragons. And Sean McKittrick back in for Ohio Dominican. $10:20 to go. Pruitt pass almost stolen by McDonald. Taylor able to get it. Goes to West, and it gets knocked out of his hands, and he tries to attack the rim. It'll be Tiffin basketball. Morgan Taylor will be the trigger man. He'll inbound it up top, Ian Lopez. Lopez picks up his dribble and gives it back to Morgan Taylor. Taylor drives. Runner, no. Rebound batted around, ends up with McKittrick of the Panthers. Under 10 minutes to play now. He'll give it to Swartz, back to McKittrick. Try to go back door to Swartz. I don't know how that pass got through, and good catch and finish by Swartz. Down to a 16-point game. Pruitt, front court, gives it to Rivers. Josh, drive, dish. Lopez, drive, dish, and a foul. Foul's going to be on Lachlan McDonald. Ian Lopez going back to the foul line. Ian plays about 25 and a half minutes per game. First free throw good. Carius Key back in. KJ Pruitt checks out. Lopez another free throw. From the floor this year, he shoots it at 32%. And that one, no, but Ian able to chase down the rebound. Tiffin will keep possession, 9.5 minutes to play. Down low to West. Guarded there by Swartz. In the lane, up over him and scores it with the right hand. Wesley Jordan gives the Dragons a 19-point advantage, 58-39. That's Kittle with it. Another deep three on the way, no good. That was taken by Sean McKittrick. And Tiffin, a big score here, will have another 20-point advantage. Jordan being battled with by Kimball, who picks up Key on the switch. Tough pass there for Taylor, who's able to gather it. And a foul on the floor as Rivers was trying to get to the basket. And a foul is going to be on Parker Swartz. This whole second half's been play 20 seconds, stop the clock. Play 20 seconds, stop the clock. Here's Josh. He plays about 22 minutes per game. First free throw is good. He shoots free throws at 58%. Brandon Swaby back in. Ian Lopez will sit. And Rivers leaves the second free throw short. 20-point Dragon lead, 8.5 to play. And that pass was left for Kimball and knocked away by the Dragon defense. And Tiffin has the ball now in the front court. Carius Key gets it taken away by Swartz. You can hear Coach Church there saying, what's all this spinning, trying to go one-on-one. And the Panthers score and take a timeout at 8:13. Morgan Taylor and Carius Key. Second half, Dragons 55% for the game, 48%. The Panthers second half, 40% for the game, 34%. 35-26 rebound advantage for Tip. 13 turnovers for the Panthers, 9 for the Dragons. Both Wesley Jordan and Morgan Taylor have 14 points for Tiffin to lead the way. Sean McKittrick and Luke Roth, each with the 8, and Parker Swartz has 11 for the Panthers, and Tiffin turns it over again. That pass is deflected and stolen, but Taylor couldn't keep his momentum in bounds, and the ball will stay with the Panthers. Wesley Jordan checking back in. Josh Rivers out. So we'll say Tiffin never had possession of that. It'll be 20 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Ruth will be the inbound trigger man. And he gets it into McKittrick, who drives. Gets it knocked away by Gooden, but a late whistle. A lot of fouls called here in the second half. Sean McKittrick will go to the foul line, where he shoots him 62%. First free throw is good. Second leading scorer on the team at 13 points per game. And gets them both. 16-point Tiffin lead. 7:35 to play. Full court pressure stays on for the Panthers. Gooden will bring it into the front court and leave it for Swaby. Brandon up top, Taylor, far side, Carius Key. He gives it to Gooden. Gooden will work in the lane, leave it for West. A little too hot to handle. Out of play, turnover. That's Ruth with the ball. And a three on the baseline, but McKittrick hits the side of the backboard and goes out of play. Taylor gives it to Carius, who brings it into the front court. Key tries to go to Swaby and throws it behind him, but able to keep the ball in play. 6:45 to go, tipping by 16. Key gives it to Gooden. Gets a screen from West. And then Kimball just pushing all over West's back. He's got a look of bewilderment on his face, but I can see that foul. And 2 foul shots for Wesley Jordan.
At the line, Wesley Jordan.
And the first free throw up and good. 60-43. Ian Lopez back in the game. Brandon Swaby checks out. And gets them both. 18-point game, 61-43. Ruth against Lopez into the front court. Now Kimball. Back to Ruth. Now pass down low, knocked away by West Jordan, out of play. And it'll be Panther basketball. They'll have to trigger underneath their own bucket. Joshua Rivers coming back in. And he'll give Wesley Jordan a blow. Inbound to Swartz. McKittrick will go get it back. Now he'll drive. Runner with the left hand's good, and they'll call a foul on Morgan Taylor.
Fouls on the Dragons, number 2, Morgan Taylor, his first team foul.
McKittrick back to the foul line. He plays about 33 and a half minutes per game. And he completes a three-point play. Good with the inbound. He'll get it to Morgan Taylor. Morgan in the front court. Dragons with the ball. 6:05 to play and a 15-point lead, excuse me. Taylor waiting on the screen. He'll get it and go away from it. And he'll drive and leave that shot short. Swartz might have got a hand on it. Now Weatherspoon on the run out. Gooden came back and knocked it away. Then Gooden will gather and lead up court to Morgan Taylor. And now they'll settle. And a foul on Ruth. That's his fourth.
At the line, Morgan Taylor.
Taylor going back to the foul line. .30-second timeout taken by Ohio Dominican. We'll keep it right here. 5:36 to go. Panthers down to the Dragons 61-46. Second quarter in a Division II semifinal football game. Colorado Mines, number 1 team in the country, leads Kutztown 21-7. The winner gets Harding. But a 55-7 win over Lenore Rhine. Now 2 minutes left. Down in Kentucky, Thomas More leads Ashland with just 2 minutes left right now by 6. Be a big win for Thomas More and the Saints. Here's Morgan Taylor. First free throw is good. From the floor this year, he's shooting at 42%. Four minutes to play over in Findlay, and Findlay leads Cedarville 94-67. Couple free throws good, 63-46. Out of the timeout, we got Ian Lopez, Morgan Taylor, Drew Gooden, Carius Key, and Joshua Rivers. That's Ruth with the ball. He'll just force his way to the basket. Gooden just stayed tall and forced Ruth to take a shot that didn't have a chance. Gooden with the ball here as we approach 5 minutes to play. He'll drive and dish. That's Taylor. Now Carius Key. Now Lopez. Three. Front rim, no. Rebound, Weatherspoon to the Panthers. Quickly to McKittrick. He'll drive into the lane. Stop. Try to find somewhere to go, and Ian Lopez knocks it away. And McKittrick takes it away from Joshua Rivers. To stop, he'll pop from 5 foot and fill it. 63-48. Full court pressure stays on from the Panthers. Taylor will bring it into the front court. 4:25 to go. 15-point Tiffin lead. Gooden drives in the lane, kicks it out to Lopez. Now Taylor has it, 6 to shoot. Morgan drives, tries to get to the basket, and hits the bottom of the backboard and goes out of play off of a Panther player. Dragons going to have 3 seconds to shoot. KJ Pruitt back in for Tiffin, and Nate Webb back in for the Panthers. Three seconds for Tiffin to get a shot up here off the inbound. Get it to Rivers. Josh tried to take it up, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Wesley Jordan will check back in. Josh Rivers will have a seat. Here's Ruth walking into the front court. We're under 4 minutes now. Luke Ruth is going to drive, and he'll get fouled and go to the foul line. And that'll take us to immediate timeout with 3:54 to play. Dragons by 15, 63-48. We'll be right back on your home of Tiffin basketball. It's the Great Midwest Digital Network.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, GMAC fans? I'm Katie Gahuli, host of the Talkin' GMAC podcast. We hope you'll join us each week for all things GMAC, from interviews with current and former student athletes to headlines and highlights from around the league. Find the Talkin' GMAC podcast on the Great Midwest Digital Network or wherever you get your podcasts.
3:54 on the second half clock. Dragons lead at 63-48. How Dominicans outscored the Dragons 25-23 here in the second half. For the game, Tiffin 44%, 40% in the second half. For the game, the Panthers 35%, 42% in the second half. 38-29 rebound advantage for Tiffin. 15 turnovers for the Panthers, 12 for the Dragons. Both Wes Jordan and Morgan Taylor have 16 points for Tiffin. Sean McKittrick has 15 to lead the way for the Panthers. On the floor for Tiffin out of the timeout will be Wesley Jordan, Ian Lopez, KJ Pruitt, Carius Key, and Ruben Brown. At the foul line will be Luke Ruth. He plays about 33 and a half minutes per game. First free throw is good. From the floor in conference play, he's shooting the ball at 65%. Lachlan McDonald's going to check back in for the Panthers if Ruth makes the free throw. And he does. He'll check out. Down to 13. Hasn't been this close in a while. KJ Pruitt get the inbound. Full court pressure stays on. Lopez has it in the front court, gives it to Jordan. Wesley has Webb guarding him. He'll spin at the block, still with the drill, picks it up, goes to Lopez, now Pruitt. 10 to shoot. Raven Brown has it, drives, picks up the dribble, ends up with KJ. KJ into the lane, left-hand runner is good. And the Dragons lead back up to 15. Quickly down the floor, Sorts, and he beat everybody down and laid it up and in. Back to 13, 3:10 to play. Lopez gets it into the front court, gives it to Pruitt. Now Carius Key has it. Lob pass to Wesley Jordan. Double team comes. He'll dribble away from it. Carius drives. Left-hander. Yeah, he got the roll. And Coach Tripp takes a timeout. With 2:49, 30-second timeout. We stay right here. 67-52. Dragons by 15, 2:49 to play. And that Division II football game in the semifinals has gone to the half. Colorado Mines leading Kutztown 21-7. Winner gets Harding for national championship. Well, Philly beat Cedarville 101-77. Wow. On the floor for Tim. Now the timeout will be Wesley Jordan, KJ Pruitt, Morgan Taylor, Raven Brown, and Ian Lopez. Tipping by 15, 2:49 to go. And the Dragons just throwing some token full court pressure. Ruth gets picked up by Raven Brown to switch. He'll drive to the basket, leave it short, rebound, KJ Pruitt. 2.5 to go. Pruitt the dribble way up top. He'll give it to Taylor. Back to KJ. His pass deflected and turned over. Ends up in the hands of Luke Ruth. He'll bring it into the front court, 2:10 to play. Weatherspoon off the feed, tries to get to the basket. He's fouled. He's going to go to the foul line. The foul is going to be on Raven Brown. So Juwan Weatherspoon going to the foul line. He plays 35.5 minutes per game. That's the most on the squad. First free throw is good. From the floor in conference play, he's shooting at 37%. Lachlan McDonald back in the game. Doing offense-defense substitution with him and Luke Ruth. And Ruth has those 4 fouls. Back to 13. Oh, a big collision there as Muhammad was trying to go for the catch the pass, and he got ran right into by Nate Webb, and Webb's shoulder caught Muhammad right in the throat. They're going to take a look at it, make sure it was all right. Call on the floor is a foul on Kimball, I believe, or on... No, I'm sorry. I think that was on Webb. .205 on the clock. It's a 13-point game. We might as well take a commercial break while they're taking a look at this. We'll be back in just a moment on the Great Midwest Digital Network. And Raven Brown going to the foul line where he shoots him at 25%. Left it short. Just 3.4 points per game. Luke Ruth back in the game for the Panthers. Second free throw is good. That makes it a 14-10 lead. And we're now at 2 minutes to play here in regulation. 2 minutes. Ruth will drive to the bucket. We got a KJ Pruitt took a hard screen, and he is on the floor now. They may look at this one, too. Pruitt's still on the floor. Trainer will come out and take a look at him. They aren't going to take a look at this one. They're taking a look at KJ out there. Right now it's a 12-point Dragon lead with 1:53 to play. And it's the left leg they're working on. They'll help him up. I'm going to take a slow walk over to the bench. I still understand that. The shirt tucked in rule. Carius Key check in for KJ. No inbound at 2, Carius. Here comes, they're going to try to jump double team him, and he's going to dribble away from it. They'll give it to Morgan Taylor. 1:40 to go. 12-point Tiffin lead. Key split defenders, and he gets fouled by Nate Webb. And more free throws coming. Carius from the floor this year shoots it at 43%. First one, no. 3-point line, he's shooting it at 41%. Luke Ruth back in the game for the Panthers. And second free throw is good from Carius. 13-point lead, 1:30 to go. Ruth with it on the far wing. Now McKittrick. He'll drive. He'll take it up. No, but he's fouled by Lopez, and they're going to get a chance to score with no time moving off the clock. It's been a very disjointed second half. Here's McKittrick going back to the foul line. From the floor in conference play, he shoots it at 33%. From the 3-point line in conference play, he shoots it at 30%. More offense-defense substitution for the Panthers as McDonald comes in for Ruth. And McKittrick makes them both down to 11. 1:20 to go. Taylor still with the dribble in the backcourt. Gets across the stripe and finds Raven Brown, who gives it to West Jordan, who throws it down with 2 hands. That's how you break the press. Back to 13-point game, and we are at 1 minute to go. McKittrick drives. And more fouls. Foul on Ray Brown. And going to the foul line will be Sean McKittrick. First one no good. Second one is good. And a timeout taken. Full timeout. We'll take the break too. 50. The light's very distracting. Dragons inbound it. Carius fouled on his way on the floor, and he'll go to the foul line. Foul on Lachlan McDonald. And Carius Key go back to the foul line.
At the line, Carius Key.
First free throw good for Carius. 72-59. Luke Ruth back in. .2 remaining. That one good. 73-59, 14-point game. Under 50 seconds. Ruth trying to get to McKillican, and he'll take it down to the baseline. Now to Swartz. Left-hander's good. McKittrick had a tough catch there, able to save it. And gets it to Swartz, who lays it in. Dragons by 12 with 36 seconds left. Carius going to bring it into the front court without much hassle this time. And he'll get fouled by Weatherspoon. 29.3 left.
Fouls on the fingers, number 15, Weatherspoon, his fourth. At the line, Carius Key.
Well, Carius been living at the foul line here in the second half. First one's good. 74-61. Second free throw good. 75-61. 25 seconds. 14-point game. Ruth takes it to the basket, leaves it short. Rebound Ian Lopez. And looks like the Dragons they're going to foul. No, they're not going to foul. I don't know why you foul now. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1, and this one's going to belong to the Dragons. Your final score from the Gilmore Student Center. The Dragons lead it and went 75-61. So Tiffin gets the sweep